Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your fire pit chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island.
Episode 19. Did you die?
I was cackling like a little girl. I've never been so happy. It was one of the best days of my life.
One, I can't believe you're now able to come on here right after because I needed a debrief. Like it wasn't even funny. But before we get into that, I did use my drowsy eye mask last night.
Ooh, your color's amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how chic is it? So I was literally just in bed, like, I don't know what I look like.
You look chic. You look rich.
But you see it, you see this lighting.
Yes.
Mike got up at literally 5 a.m. this time to start work because we're on the East Coast. So it was as if nothing changed. That's how crazy it was. Like it was pitch black. So then I put this on and I was like, did you open the blinds? He's like, yes. I'm like, no fucking idea.
No way.
Soft, and I sleep on my side. So it kept like kind of sliding up, but it just felt like my silk pillowcase on my face. Like it was actually like phenomenal. So I don't know if I'm a changed woman. This thing is like, and Mike was like dying of laughter. And then I woke up and I thought I looked cute. And my hair was like in a bun. And I was just like, I wish I could see what I look like. I don't know if I could wear this on the plane. I have such like anxiety that people are watching me. But I think
you look cute.
Unreal.
No, you look cute, and it looks like you're just rich with just like a nice eye mask.
This color is
golden milk.
Well, I thought, and then I was that's not even a name. It's I don't know, it's like in that category. But okay. Fire Pit Chat, our code. I'll put the link up below.
Yeah, put the link. I can look it up. If you would bear with me.
I'll bear with you.
It's
drowsysleep.co.
It is Fire Pit Chat for 10% off at us.drowsysleepco.com/firepitchat.
Like if you're aware of these and you're like or traveling, it's just like necessity, I think.
It's so good. It's so good. I sleep with it literally every night now. Every night I sleep with that thing. It just like encompasses me. This is what by the way, you want to know what you look like? You look like this, but richer.
I know. I do feel really rich. Like the material's so luxe. But okay, anyway, enough about that. I just had to tell you about my experience.
No, fair enough.
So the episode starts off with basically it was almost like the calm before the storm.
100%. The spa day, it's giving chill vibes. It wasn't giving chill vibes. It was giving ruthless vibes.
I know. But back up to right after the fire pit, where I think the recoupling just happened. And everyone's in their couples, everyone's kissing, everyone's lovey-dovey. It's like the producers saw a moment of calmness and they were like, nah. Literally pure chaos for 3 weeks now.
They said, oh, you guys are happy? We're going to incite a riot. You watch.
I know. It's actually so crazy because I feel like I've never seen this happen. Has this happened before? Like the ending of this?
I do feel like, and this is why the early seasons were so good. I don't know. I'm sure someone will correct me if I was wrong. But I swear in earlier season, it wouldn't be every time they recoupled, but sometimes when they recoupled, if you were single, you went home.
Even like a strong couple like this?
That's what made it so good. Like, that's what drew us in. Because I remember when they started being like, you're single. And then that would the end, I'd be like, oh, they get to stay? Like, it used to be if you were single, you're home. Like, only people in couples are on Love Island. So it was ruthless. And then I think like people got attached to their favorites and I think producers wanted to keep good TV around longer, which does make sense. Mm-hmm. But spoiler alert, which if you're watching this podcast and you don't know what happened, then okay.
But
but
that's your fault.
Molly wasn't giving good TV anymore. So I don't blame the producers for sending her home.
Okay. I have so many thoughts on this, but let's backtrack to just building up to this because it's all the couples they seem in like. They're Catherine and Scott, Molly and Zach, really strong. Tyreek and Ella. Who else? Leah and Montel. They kiss. And I was like, wow. It was actually really cute how he's like, you're so pretty. Like, I really truly feel like he believes he is punching with her.
I do think they both genuinely would go for each other and like each other.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense to me.
Agreed. And then the girls the next day get the spa day. And then the boys say hello to Kady, which, oh my gosh, she is stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Her face,
she has like a small little head, but like,
big old hair.
Big hair. She's always had that hair. Like, she's giving everything she gave in season 2. And if you caught her, she did catch on early days with that one guy, like I told you in the other episode. And she did put all her eggs in his basket, and they were like on and off and tumultuous through the whole thing, but you did end up rooting for them. The guy was super into her. And she was just like a 20-year-old. I think she like coined Pocket Rocket on Love Island. Like, I think
why she said that.
Yeah, I think everyone used to call her a Pocket Rocket, and that's how it became a thing. Because when she said it again, like, a light bulb went off in my head. I was like, oh yeah, Kady, Pocket Rocket. Like, I feel like they were synonymous at one point. And she has great chat. Not one guy could say he was closed off when he met her.
Oh my God. They were freaking out. Scott was sweating her.
That's Scott's number one.
Oh, that's like his dream girl. Like, he was salivating for her.
I was shocked she did not pick Scott.
Me too. But then it's like when I look at their chats, he's very like, ooh, this could be dangerous. Like, he might be like too sexual when it comes to a girl that's that pretty, like with Leah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It threw me off with that conversation with them by the fire pit because he's like, oh, our eyes, this could be dangerous or something like provocative. And I'm just like, stop looking at her like girls like meat. And you know who looks at girls like meat? Fucking Sammy.
Sammy was such a creep.
Stop saying tasty when you're describing a girl.
Disgusting. That's the first thing he said was tasty.
That's what he said about Leah.
Like, she's not a pasta salad. Relax.
Pasta salad.
Oh, in my idea, that's the yummiest thing you can think of. Or French fries. But like, Sammy has no game. Like, Sammy's game is telling you you're into him. Like, he's always like, I caught you looking at me, scared you didn't pick me, like, scared I wasn't gonna pick you. Like, I just like can't stand Sammy right now. Honestly, he's like crawling up on my list of number one, like, hated. So I just can't stand Sammy or anything he says or does. And I'm glad Kady didn't fall for it.
I think he's just way too young. I mean, she's 25, 7. And she keeps implying that she is not fucking around with these little guys. So it makes sense why she is looking at Zach, Tyreek, and Mitchell and Scott. They're older. But Mitch saying that she was like, she looks like an absolute man-eater. Like, I think that line is like the funniest line. I think I would love to be called a man-eater. Like,
oh my God.
I would love to think I'm a man-eater. You know what I mean?
I truly can say without a shadow of a doubt, I've never been called a man-eater on this planet.
Me neither, but she might be one.
No, it's goals. Oh yeah, she is one.
Yeah. I can't get over her face. Like, I think she is the perfect Islander. I didn't even watch her season, but it gives the same energy as Adam Collard to me. Like, fucking perfect, a bombshell. And I think everybody was attracted to her. So just like Adam Collard.
I think she is the female Adam Collard in terms of like level of bombshell. Like she is gonna shake the season up because every guy wants to be with her. Not one guy said they didn't want to get to know her. All of the guys said that. Medi didn't say because she didn't want to get to know Medi.
I know, but then I'm like, okay, with Zach and her, I was like, I literally wrote, they look really good together. And I was getting the vibe that he was going to tell her that he's not interested in her, but then when the time came, it never came out. Like he got like distracted or something, lost in the baby blues. I don't know. And so I wonder if he was about to tell her that he was not interested in her.
I think he would have had they not have had a private one-on-one convo where it seemed like they kind of did have some flirty banter. Like when they were having that one-on-one on the daybeds, I could see her gravitating towards him.
Yeah, I mean, the way the editing was going, it was between her and Tyreek. I was really confused. I also like think that would suck to have the reputation that Ella has as being territorial. Like all the guys are like, what girl is gonna be sweating? Ella, no doubt. And like Ella tries to play the coolest, but it's like I feel like I would hate that reputation.
Yeah, but girls like that like think they're playing cool and they're not. It's so obvious to everyone else they're not cool with it. But there are girls like that that think they're playing the cool card. It's like, whatever, do what you want. I'm not upset. But you're like clearly upset.
Right.
So yeah, that's a little bit cringe for Ella. But to be fair, Tyreek has like kind of put her through it at this point. And at week 3, with every bombshell that comes in, he's always into them. He's always flirting. Like, it's going to wear a girl down, you know? And she doesn't really give the bombshells that attention that he does. So I feel for her in a way. I do think it should be like, wake up, Ella. Your man's is stealable.
Yeah.
But
what do you expect from a guy who has never had a girlfriend? He's going to keep wanting every girl that comes in.
Exactly. Like he's not.
Go ahead.
No, he's just not going to take you seriously. He's not going to commit to you until this whole experience is done. Everyone that comes in could potentially be a test to him because he doesn't understand commitment because he's never committed to anything. And I just think Ella is like setting herself up for failure a little bit because also she gets mad, but she does nothing about it. So nothing's going to happen. Like there's no boundaries there.
Right. Like she's like, he goes when they had the convo, he's like, every time a bombshell comes in, we start beefing. Like, what is that about? And she's like, I don't care what you're doing. Like, I don't care, but you care. And he's like, I love when guys are like, but it's you care. And she's like, no, I don't. And then I think it was Whitney, Catherine, maybe Ella and someone else, and they were talking to Katie, and they're like, should we go over there and pull them? Will they think they're crazy? And I think it was Catherine, like, or who was it that was like, you're gonna absolutely look crazy. You're gonna definitely push your guy away. I don't remember.
I think it was. Was it? I think it was because Whitney was saying it, right?
Yeah, like they were sweating.
I do think it was Catherine that's like, yeah, it's gonna turn them off.
Exactly, the only one with the freaking brain. But back to Ella and Tyreek. Tyreek doesn't know what commitment is, so he in his brain, he's like, well, the next girl is gonna be the thing that tells me who if I should be in this relationship. I don't know. I just all the people who are like, what did we say last episode that he's turning in Casa? Like,
yeah.
And some people are like, no, he's not gonna turn. He's gonna stay faithful. It's like he likes Katie, and I don't know if he likes her because in the hut he was like, or someone he was like, oh, I knew of her before. I just acted like I didn't.
Oh,
not knew her, but like he knew who she
knows who she is.
Right. And I was like, so like, is this like a thing where you want to tell the boys that you like bang that girl? Like, that's the vibe I'm getting with Tyreek. I don't think he actually likes her. I think he just wants to like bang her and say that he did.
Yeah, like a status thing.
He seems like that is his whole thing, which is why he's at 100 plus.
Of course.
I think it's for the story.
You get to 100 plus for the story. You don't get to 100 plus because it's fulfilling.
Yeah, exactly. And so then I think towards the night, Scott and Katie were talking, and it was like I'm ready to hear, and then fucking Mitchell walks over, and I think that threw Scott off. Like Scott really wanted to be sitting with Katie all.
Oh my god, yeah. Scott wanted Katie so bad. Like he was foaming at the mouth for Katie.
And then during the day when Montel was like, Catherine who? And then everybody on Twitter was like, when I come for Montel, like, because everyone's they're so protective of Catherine, which we all are.
Yeah.
Still so sus, but even them in bed, Scott and Catherine in bed where he like hugs her, which is like now a meme, is so cute. So
it's like he's cute with Catherine, but he's not closed off with Catherine.
Yeah.
Because the second as Katie walks in, he's like, I've been in here a week. Like, of course I'm open, which I love Catherine and I want the best for Catherine, but that is fair. And I just don't know if Scott is the best for Catherine. Like, I think Catherine could do better than Scott.
I agree.
So,
I agree with that.
If Scott's not going to be like, no, Catherine's like the person I came here for, I'm all in on Catherine, like he's going to end up breaking Catherine's heart. So we might as well just like get Catherine the guy who's not going to do that, you know?
Yeah. I have a hot take, and I don't know if this is a hot take because I really am unsure what a hot take is, but I feel as if Scott and Catherine are like Amber and Greg, where they won Love Island, but then when Love Island was done, he like ghosted her. Like literally didn't like ended it, faded literally after like a week, where no one would have even remembered that guy if it wasn't for Amber. So I'm getting the vibe. I don't know if he's playing. I don't know if we all have trust issues. I don't know. But I'm worried that because he loves every other girl that comes in.
Yeah.
Like sus.
And he loves them easily. Like he acts like he was like deciding between Leah and Catherine, and him and Leah essentially had nothing.
Right.
And then the second Katie walks in, she didn't even finish like walking up to the guys. He was like out on Catherine.
Pacing in his fucking black sneakers, which I hate.
I said that to Clark. I was like, I hate when they wear just swim trunks and like black sneakers. It's so dorky. It's disgusting.
He did look like a dork.
But I will say, I don't trust any of the Islanders whose exes were on Love Island before. So that means I don't trust Mal. Hey, don't trust you. Mm-hmm. I don't trust Scott. I really don't. And I don't trust, who was another ex? There was one, Leah. There was a few more.
Leah.
I don't know. I think I trust Leah because she doesn't seem that like.
I saw this like headline. I didn't read the article, but it was like Leah soulmate died at 19 years old from a motorcycle accident, like her boyfriend. And so like I didn't read more to find out if it was true or what it was, but that's heartbreaking. So I maybe that's, you know, like she's so guarded.
That explains a lot of things. Right. That's why you shouldn't judge people, because you don't know what they've been through. Then like, look at me, just judging everyone.
Well, that's what we're here to do. Okay. So now the recoupling.
Yeah.
Savage. Like one, I don't know if it was even necessary, but I'm here for it. But she didn't even have like any time to decide. I really wonder what they were thinking. And I was so nervous. Like I was refreshing Twitter. I was having a panic attack. Who is this bitch gonna pick? And I thought no one was gonna go home tonight. I thought it was just like, again, single islander or something, and then there's another recoupling and someone's left out.
I thought I got a work call and it like closed. I'm sorry.
The single girl was going to be left.
I thought a single girl was going to be left and another recoupling was going to happen later. And then they were going to send someone home.
Right.
But to make her choose when she got there that afternoon, and then she chose a few hours later, I feel like producers were like, we just want her to move crazy. Like, they didn't want her to be able to play it safe.
Yeah, and I really didn't see Zach coming. I was a little skeptical that he didn't let her down when he said he was going to, which is why I thought, because he was like, should I pull her for a chat? I think he was gonna tell her he wasn't interested. But oh my God, when my mouth dropped when I heard Zach. And then when Molly gets that text, here's my theory. She comes back in Casa Amor.
That's a good theory.
Right?
That's a good theory.
Someone said that her mom like is a producer on the show, but again, like I fell for the CEO with Olivia's dad.
Right.
But like people, I've seen it now a couple times, like people commenting that. I don't know, but I thought Leah was gonna go home just because I thought it wasn't gonna be a main islander because they haven't done that in so long. I feel like Zach and Molly are like Luca and Gemma.
Yeah, but that's what makes, but that's like, they got some OG producers back on deck or something, because this is what Love Island used to be. Like, you literally couldn't be attached to anyone. Like, day one couples would go home. And that's what I like ruthless energy, because it keeps everyone on their toes. No one, like, you think you can play it safe. And you know what? To be fair, I do think this is what we were talking about on Love Island Winter. Like, now the Islanders know how to play the game.
So true.
They come with these game plans and they think it's going to work. And like in Love Island Winter, Zach and Molly would have won it.
Exactly.
Because they had the test and they came back in week 2.5 and they made it work. But in Love Island Summer, now they're like, no, Molly's going home. And you know what? Zach's not going to follow her. And Zach, if he really did want to turn things off with Kady, he would have said it. So he didn't want to. And I never believed he did. But the fact that also when Kady chose Zach, Molly made the same exact face she did when Leah chose Zach. So it's just like she, like the whole with the big eyes, did the same thing when Leah, like she rehearsed that in her room at home before she even got to Love Island. And when she had to read that text, like I said it, this is how much I knew. When Kady chose Zach, and I did see the spoiler like about the Islander leaving in this week. I didn't know it was today.
It said this week. It threw me.
But when she chose Zach, I said to Clark, who was watching it with me, and I said, Molly, now that you are single, you are therefore done from the island, like joking around. And she read that exact text.
Wow.
I was like,
I screamed out loud because I was like, I couldn't believe what just happened. Because I got in late. I got in with the later editing where they didn't do this. But they also were playing a clip of Kady's season about like season 2 and like all of them like crazy having sex, like obvious. It
yes,
cringe.
This is what I'm telling you. They used to bang like rabbits in there.
Yeah, and like next to each other and just like out in the open like that. Oh my God, I'm actually so happy I'm not witnessing that because that is like mentally like, oh my God, it's like disturbing.
No, it's honestly like so good. Like I think we should watch season 2 together and recap it. It's so good. It's so good.
We should. But I would be upset if it was Ella. If she chose Tyreek. Like I actually would no one's really upset. Like Molly fans, sound off in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts on are you heartbroken by this? Because everybody that I saw was like, didn't really like her, but this is fucking crazy. Like still so shocked. And then a lot of people were like, she's gonna be back. Which I feel like that would be a perfect play for her to be back in Casa. Let Zach continue on with Kady.
Mm-hmm.
And then Molly shows back up in Casa. If she doesn't have her phone, then like Casa's like kind of soon. Because like the dumped Islanders like usually are back on Instagram right away.
Yeah. But like they're not gonna bring her back.
You don't think so?
No, like, I'm telling you, this is what Love Island used to be, like, the early seasons, like, an OG would go home and they're gone, and I would think I'd be like, "No, for sure, they're bringing them back. For sure, for sure, for sure," and the season would end, and we would all forget about her. Like, we would not think about her twice.
Shut up. Shut
It's
up.
so crazy, like, I have to say this for the people in the back, like, this season of Love Island is iconic. It's elite.
It's so good.
It's
And we're
so
on
good.
week 3. We have, like, a whole other week, and then we have Casa. So, like, what the hell is happening?
No, it's insane.
So I wonder what's gonna happen on Sunday.
My question for you is, if Molly didn't get kicked out, do you think Zach and her would have ended up together, or do you think he would have went for Katie?
No, I don't think he would have went for Katie.
You think he would have went back to Molly?
Yes.
I have that feeling too.
So I'm very interested on what happens because they seemed so strong. And oh my god, how much would it suck to be Molly to come home and like then watch your man? It's like,
and like, what if he like now that she's gone, she's out of sight, out of mind. He could really kick it off with Katie. Like if she stayed, maybe he wouldn't. But now that she's gone, he might. And I think that's what producers wanted to go for. But the producers also like they were showing too much of Molly and Zach. Like in hindsight, I was like, I should have seen them going home because they were like playing up the Molly and Zach. Like Molly being like, I want to relive today is the best day, gave them a date, all that stuff, just to watch it explode.
there was a meme of her putting on the skates and she's like, someone's like, if I were Zach, I would be on a plane headed fucking home if I saw that. And I don't know. I am shook to my core. And I hate that I have to wait till Sunday to figure what else happens.
I know it. Is your head scrambled?
It's scrambled eggs, dude.
No, seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what else I have to say about that. I
I
really
think we just need to process Molly's exit and like wait to see how Zach handles it.
I would love if she came back at Casa though.
Yeah, I don't think she would, but that would be a fun thing to watch.
Make a lot of twists.
They really are. It's possible. I think it's possible. I don't think they will, but I would be here for it. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I replayed the last 3 minutes of that episode so many times. I would pause them on everybody's reactions because it was just the best 2 minutes of Love Island that I think I've seen in a long time.
The best 2 minutes of television.
A cinematic masterpiece.
A cinematic masterpiece. It was everything we've been asking for years, I feel like.
Yeah. So now we wait for Sunday.
Now we have to wait till Sunday.
You look so tan. This like light is making me look so pale.
I'm literally not tan at all. It's just like the lighting in here because we're in the Love Island set.
Right. Okay, well, I'm off to have fun.
Enjoy.
Okay, everybody. Thank you all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover. And we'll see you Sunday. Oh, no, we'll see you Monday. Oh, my God.
See you on Monday.
It's going to be a hefty episode.
Will Monday be virtual?
No.
Okay, so we'll catch you guys on Monday in studio.
Yeah, I know. This is tough, so we apologize. Thank you for bearing with us with the sound. But it's the best we can do.
And a girl's gotta live. So let Demi live. Deal with some bad sound for 2 episodes. You guys are fine.
Jasmine's saying that because she's leaving next week.
Yeah, for like a bunch of episodes.
You're like, bitch, I just hope they know that they should let me live.
Yeah, Like,
no, it'll be me all week. And I have some guest people. And if you guys want to guest host with me, we'll do like a little Zoom like this, but we'll make it audio only. So DM us because I'm down.
Yeah, DM Fire Pit Chat.
Okay, latest.
Bye.
I'm like this. I can't believe she did that.
Embarrassing.
Bye.
Bye.